Alright, so I think we get rid of this card. Guy really wants to be ranged, though. Knight Errant doesn't fit super well in that row. But he's going to kill something, I bet. So we'll slip him in here. Then we'll hit him with the Mad Charge, which is a Warfare. Get our cooldowns a little bit. Ping this guy again. And then we'll trigger our Grace here, which should give us even more points. Today we're going to play something that I'm not sure is going to work out super well, but I thought it would be cool. And that's going to be a Knight Siege deck. So we're going to use Damsel in Distress and Siege. So kind of like the Knights are going to go besiege the castle. You know how it is. Thought it'd be kind of funny lore-wise. Let's go do it. So what we're going to run is Siege and Damsel in Distress. And the reason I thought of this is when I was looking at the Knights, several of them are actually soldiers as well. So Redanian Knight's soldier, Reynard Odo's a soldier, and we're not running him right now, but Donmir of Troy is also a soldier. So they're knights and soldiers. So I was thinking we might have some synergies with crew or whatever, and how we work all that together. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to run Siege and Damsel in Distress and Ownermancy to search them out. Normally I would run like like Amphitheus Assault or something for a unit. We're going to go with Ownermancy because we have two scenarios we want to see. And we want to see Henselt with Siege. So we're not running Cultists Pride with them because we don't have the cooldown reduction from Stockpile. I thought this might still be really good. We can use this with a Siege round, then use Damsel in Distress in another round, and that should be pretty good. Yeah, that's the idea at least. So as far as the rest of the deck here, we have Prince on Sace. I really want to combo him with Vandergrift's Blade. So if you store the power from the Vandergrift's Blade, and then you play on Sace, he gets boosted by like 5, for example. He's a 9 duel. That's really good. So we don't need to do Inspired Zeal or Shield Wall or something to trigger that. We can use Vandergrift's Blade. That's the idea here. We definitely want to do that combination. On Sace can be boosted by other stuff, but really we want to go there and do it that way with the Blade. Then we have Reynard Odo. So got boosted, got buffed. So now whenever you play, you need boosted by 1. He's got that Grace 12. And this also triggers our on Sace. So we have Reynard out. We play on Sace. And then he goes to 5, and he can duel at 5. That's not bad either. It's not as good as Inspired Zeal, because you'll get the formation, but still pretty good. I skipped over Maiden Shield. I'm not convinced this card's good, but we're going to try it out. So we do have to test it. At 4 with a shield, the fact that turning Joust kills, it's really sad. So we have to be careful against Nilfgaard. But I want to try it out at least, since it is new. Vandergrift's brilliant. No Vandergrift here. We have to cut a lot of space to make room for the Siege stuff. Not that I mind, really, because I want to see how this works. And then we have Odo, and we have a few Siege engines. We have 2 Caraballistas. This could be the Battering Ram, up to you. I just want targeted damage, and we'll get into the reason why I wanted that in a minute. So we have the Caraballistas, the Reinforced Ballistas, and then a Siege Tower here. This could be Ballista. It's up to you. I just went with this one. Then we have the Knight Errants. So they get to boost self by 1 for each adjacent boosted unit. That's why I went with this Siege Tower with a Ballista. It's not that big a deal, but it gives you 1. We already have several damage cards. It's got the Grace 9, give adjacent units shields, and if you use them, whenever it loses shield boost by 2. It's pretty good. We've got the 2 Siege Masters to thin out our deck here. The Mad Charge I want to try out, because now it's buffed. I thought it was alright before on Knights, Knights weren't good, but we'll see how good this is now. 2 Squires. Squires are really nice. This is also a way to trigger our on Sace. We have several ways to do that. And we got the 1 Tower, the 2 Centured Knights here. I want to try them out. Because even with Grace, I'm not sure they're good enough, but if you don't like the Centured Knights, don't want to test them out, you could put in Ballistas or Siege Towers here. Yeah, something like that would be fine. And then we have the 2 Redanian Knights. So you'll notice here, we don't have much control outside of our Siege stuff, which is fine. But if you want to put in like a Heat Wave and Boiling Oils, you can do that by taking out Henselt. So we don't have the Cultists Pride combo with him. He's more of just a big play in combo with the Siege. You don't have to do it. You could run a Heat Wave here instead for more control. I would not blame you at all. And yeah, that's kind of the idea of the deck. Like I said, the reason we wanted to run Siege here is because Vandergrift's Blade can be really good if we can damage stuff down to this 5 damage range. And since your Knight needs a Death Blow for its ability. So I figured some targeted damage from Siege, which, like the Siege engines and Siege itself, might give us a lot of ways to get to that damage thresholds and combo well with the deck. I don't know how this is going to play, but I thought it'd be a really cool idea, so we're gonna go check it out. Looks like we're facing Thrive, a Force of Nature stuff. That's pretty good. Thrive's pretty strong. We'd really like to have our Siege for round 1 then. Well, we have Damsel in Distress instead. That could work. Could work. Couple Siege engines. Just the one, actually. Maybe we go with Damsel in Distress this round. He's probably going to pressure us, right? Put this back. He's probably going to pressure us. Maybe we use Maiden Shield round 1. How do we boost it again? We could just go right into the leader on this after we tactical advantage it. I think that's our best choice here. We'll just leader this next turn, I think. Could have done it this turn. Do this next turn though, and then we play this guy. Okay, we probably should ping those with the ballista.
I pass on every 10th round.
We don't need the leader, I don't think. I think he's gonna end up passing this round. So if we can save one of our leaders, it might be good. No, we don't want to play all of our shield guys. It's probably not that big a commitment to do this, though. Trigger the Grace and it comes back. We'll order on this Knight Errant then. He's going to boost himself. Whenever this unit receives a boost, so this... Okay, so it doesn't count his own ability. Good to know. She's not really going to do very much then. That's kind of okay. I don't want to play too much of our siege stuff because we have that still going for us. So let's play this guy. And that should kind of end this round, right? We've got so much boosting going on. Really want him to end here. We get to force out the Crochet round 2, which is easier if we have a good round 1 set up. Alright, this is good. Not sure about the Maiden Shield. Not sure. We don't have a great way to boost with the Maiden Lady anyway. I really want Siege here. I'm not really you. Or Ownermancy would be fine as well. Put that back, make sure of a crew unit for Siege, but we didn't draw Siege. So this is going to be a Maiden or Damsel in Distress round then. I'm going to summon out Redanian Knight, I think. Get Redanian Knight. See if he has a Heat Wave in his deck. If he does, we still have Siege for a later round. So there's our Scratch a lot. We're going to unsace that probably. I don't see what else we would really do. Let's go with Reynard here. Get his engine value going.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Now we get points when we trigger Grace abilities. We're probably not going to trigger that many, but it's worth trying. We get Mad Charge next. We can trigger his Grace with that. Okay, no, we can't unsace it. Can't unsace it. We want to use Blade, but it's going to be hard to use Blade. We use Blade to set up Vendegriff, but it's going to be hard. Maybe we just kind of play all the knights.
Longsword, backsword, arming sword, bastard.
Now he has his order. Get the boost too. Play another card here. Triggering Graces is really good. Could have played the Onsace, put Mad Charge on it, so there's his scenario. Koshe is going to be a problem for the next round, so we kind of want to keep pushing here. Definitely want to keep pushing here. Could Onsace. Doesn't have Grace, though. This does. We could go Onsace here for the formation, and then should have played this first. That's fine. It should have been first. We used the Onsace. But now we trigger the Grace here, which boosts him to 9. We have big duel. That's what we wanted. So we want to get rid of the Koshe. Good. That's very good. Let's see here. I think we go with another knight. He's going to trigger Grace. So we're going to leader this one, I think. Yeah, I think the 2 points on Onsace might be better, because we're just hitting armor. Very nice. Triggers the Grace. He's going to have that infused ability. Let's click this. We'll just kill this. We're up by 30. He does go for anything here. We can pass still, right? There's a Fuka. So I just scratch a lot going. The thing is, he has a lot of drones in this row. So Koshe's giving him... It's like, Koshe's Thrive's not active yet, right? That's why we can keep going. Thrive is not active. Do we want to keep playing here is the question. We have Force, Scenario, and Caranthir. He still has regular Koshe, which is kind of scary with Force of Nature. I would prefer if that was gone. So I think we will play here. Let's go with this. Combine that with Vendegriff's Blade to get something. Potentially kill his Koshe. He doesn't leader or Fuka. Okay, so this is going to trigger everything. So we got rid of Koshe and the Caranthir. That's good. We still have Siege. Still have Henselt. If we Henselt, how many Siege engines do we have left? We would have 1, 2, Siege, and Ownermancy. We'd have 5 bad cards to draw and 4 good ones to trigger for triggering Siege. If we go like Blade, Henselt here. He's played both of these though. And Scenario, I think we pass. He does go up a card here, but we forced out Caranthir, Koshe, and Darmander's Dark Seeker and Sir Scratch a lot. So, as long as we have access to Siege in our Siege engines, we should have a pretty decent round. And we do. So we've got this. Henselt plays. We have to make sure we don't draw our tower. But I think... Is Mad Charge better than these? Yeah, because it's a Warfare. This looks pretty good. Go with this. Can we Siege this round? So there's a larva. Player Siege. He might have an answer to Siege, honestly. See if he does. We'll go Henselt next, I think, to get him. No, we'll play Caraballista first. So there's the Toad. That's good for him. Caraballista. We don't really have something good for our inspiration to go on. Unless we pull out, like, Knight, which I think is probably the best choice. The other thing with pulling out Knight is he is also a soldier, so we could trigger crew if we want to.
I will not let this become a second Sodden.
Okay, we're going to bombardment this turn. So we're going to move this guy. Going to hit this. Go Henselt. Into the tower. Fire this. Unfortunately did not kill that guy. The one power one, which is what we really wanted to do. So we can get out of death range here. We still have a Venegar's Blade, which we want to use for a bit of control on whatever he puts this on. Oh, you want for the consume. Okay. So we can blade the 5-1, kill it. Okay, we can't do that anymore. I think we kill this. We could also go into Sintra Knight for the death blow effect. And he get vitality. Then what would we use Vendergriff's Blade on? It'd be our finisher card. So we could use it to trigger maybe Redanian Knight's Grace. It's not great though. We could also just go into the regular Ballista here. I think we just blade one of his guys. It's not a great play, but don't have too many options here. We get +2 base power on our next card. So I think we Ownermancy for the Redanian Knight and then just leader it. Alright. So we go Ownermancy, Redanian Knight. He's also a soldier, so now we've got crew here. We can fire this. Can we kill this? If we can't kill this, we should hit something else so he doesn't get. So it's harder for him to trigger Thrives. 4. This has Grace 8, so we click this. And let's see what he wants to do. Unfortunately for him, that's only got 1 armor. I am pretty sure that he has a. It is a knight.
For a great Redania, from the mountains to the sea.
Just boost this guy. Pretty sure he has an Osrel, but it's not going to be enough. So we didn't care about us killing it. This should be a GG. Oh, he's buffed, though. Still not quite enough. GG. Another Royal Inspiration player here. Wang ID. We might lose, guys. Feel like he might be a little better than us. Probably is him. Wouldn't be surprised. Alright, what do we want to run here, then? We have Damsel in Distress. We don't have Siege, so these guys are not great. Definitely want to keep at least one of those in our deck. Our hand's really bad. Our hand is really bad here. I think we might let him take round 1 and then try and match round 2. We could Damsel. But if we Damsel now, we can't Damsel later. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need one of our scenarios to survive his round 2 push. So I think we'll just go like Redanian Knight, maybe Carol Ballista or Ballista. We might play Squire first, honestly. Squire into Redanian Knight. And then we'll go Knight Errant. Let's see if we get some bronze value. His hand, we'll see what his hand is too.
Longsword, backsword, arming sword, bastard sword.
This is ranged. Play ours ranged.
My liege.
The difference between ranged and melee is like if he's running siege and gets the ballista guy. The trebuchet, enforced trebuchet. So we'll do this order, play Redanian Knight, and hopefully get a Knight Errant off. That's our plan. Then if that works, we can play second Knight Errant. So there's Ballista. So probably... Is he running the same deck we are? That'd be pretty funny.
Long live eccentrics.
Although he didn't have a Siege Master in hand. Of course, neither do we. Knight Errant's less good for sure now that he has a Ballista out. Could play our own Ballista, honestly, but this, I don't think we're winning this round, so I'd rather hold it for Siege, because it's much better with a Siege round if we have it. This is Cintron Knight.
Into the fray!
We don't really have a good choice here. Our best choice is probably just to play Knight Errant.
Be warned, my sword is mighty.
Get him up to 5 at least. There's his Knight Errant.
Feel my cuirass. Go on.
So he's up by 16, and these guys are ticking at 2, 3 a turn. If we play our Knight Errant, we'll be taking up more a turn if we do this. If we do this, do we have a good play? We can always use a leader charge, trigger Grace if we need to. So let's do this.
I'm never short on stamina.
Our Cintron Knight's not really going to fit in here nicely, which is a problem. But it doesn't seem like he has a boiling oil or anything. We do have this Mad Charge as well, which can trigger a Grace. Or he has Mad Charge too, probably. So Amphibious Assault, this is probably enough for him to win the round. He's gonna get the Resilience. The shield, it's annoying. But we can't trigger its Grace right now.
What has that witch done?
We trigger it next round. He's still getting 3 a turn. I don't want a Mad Charge necessarily. He's up 21. I think we have to let him have this. And the question is, if he has 2 scenarios, he's going to be ahead. But he did play Amphibious Assault, so I don't know if he can fit Siege in his deck. Especially with Vandergrift. So I think he's only going to have 1 scenario. Question is, which one is he running? And can we get one of ours that's good? Mad Charge, we don't want 2 of those. We're going to have the Damsel in Distress this round, probably. We can use Blade and Onsace, hopefully. That's a good combo. Let's see what he's got. Potentially, like if he's just going to play 1 card and pass, the best choice here is to go Ballista. So we can kill this guy if he doesn't boost it. He's probably going to boost it, so it's not going to work. Let's see what he wants to open with. Yeah, so we'll just match with our own. We match that with our own. And we can play Redanian Knight or Squire. I think Redanian Knight's better because it triggers the Grace. So we'll do that.
Let's give up now.
We're sort of missing our good stuff, right? No Henselt, no Onermancy, no Siege. So we lose our scenario. I don't think we have a way to win the round now, which is quite annoying. This is exposed, does 2 damage. Do we care about that? Do we play Caro Ballista? I think we do. We're going to need to control some stuff here. Thing is, he's going to blade on Sace too. Really wish we had Onermancy or Siege in our hand. Or Henselt. It's kind of unlucky we didn't get any of them.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Let's see, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think we want to set up a blade. It's going to be pretty hard to do that. Start working on this guy. He's going to boost it, obviously. Probably with a mad charge, too. We need to set something up for blade. And the Cintron Knight. And we have to play Reynard pretty soon as well. I just want to set this blade up so maybe we can get the blade to boost him. Maiden Shield.
You want a piece of rum when it's scruffy? Well,
Yeah, not much we can do here. Like I said, he killed our scenario. We didn't kill his, so that's pretty much it. Although, potentially we can get a big duel with Prince on Sace. That's kind of the only thing we've got going for us. So we'll play our blade here. Doing this. Our on Sace has 10 on deploy then. It's not too bad, but it's not going to really do much. Play our... Do we have to play him next? Do you have the... You have the ability infused. Okay. We definitely have to kill you.
Have you no honor? Stand and fight.
It's not really going to help. He's up to... He's just too far ahead. There's Windhelm.
We shall never surrender.
There he is. Move the shield. Damage you. Play our Reynard.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
I think we do this. Should have played him by the knight, but I don't think there's anything we can do. I kind of want this guy's crew.
Lay down, my lady. I shall be with you shortly.
So we'll ping this. Knight's not going to have anything to kill. It's annoying. But we can knock that down out of its range where it does stuff. Trigger another Grace here.
Long live, etc., etc.
Cool.
For the Queen! Long live the King!
We needed a better draw. We've been okay in that round. GG though. So we needed a better draw. Yeah, last week we didn't draw any Siege Masters round 1. We didn't draw Siege. We didn't draw Onomancy or Henselt, which is kind of a problem. Okay, Harmony here. Their long round's really good. Been playing Harmony quite a bit. A couple changes to the deck, but I think with Siege in particular, we have a good shot at taking down a round. Their longer round. That being said, we do have access to it this time at least. But this is good setup. We're going second. We could go with a Knight scenario round 1. Then push with these guys round 2. It's not a terrible idea. We're a little short on Knights for that plan though. So we have a couple. Oh, this might be the Monroe version of Harmony. Which guess this isn't going to work. We'll see what he plays. If he plays like a Monroe setup, then we won't do anything here. Maybe not. Okay, so we'll probably go for something here. Yeah, let's go here into the Damsel in Distress. Then we'll get our Redanian Knight. Trigger this. It's not going to do anything this turn. At least we have it set up. I think we go Reynard next. There's an Antherian. Go Reynard.
Company, forward march!
Now we start triggering Graces, it'll be good. We don't have many Graces to trigger, just those two. We do have the Vendiger's Blade. I want to weave in here at some point. That's probably a good thing to hit, but he's gonna armor it. Oh, he didn't. If we kill it, he has another Dryad then, otherwise we would put armor on it. We can play Mad Charge here. From this. I think we Blade anyway. Then next turn we trigger our Grace. So we'll play the Squire guy and get the Mad Charge too. See how that does. We could play one Siege Engine here, see if we draw into a Knight too. Okay, he's gonna slow down our Grace, that's fine. So 1 damage ping. This boosts the next unit we play, so it could be this guy to keep it alive. Kind of like that. And there is a Knight, so let's just ping this. So Chameleon, if we can't kill, is a huge problem. And we can't kill it, so it's a huge problem. We can kill it next turn, though. No, because he's going to have the armor. Let's go Cintron Knight. We're definitely doing this. Mad Charge will put this guy to 11. Guess we do that here. Getting pretty low. And I guess we ping this. Can't armor itself. The next turn with the there we go, a bunch of points. The next turn with the reset on our 1 power guy, we can kill the Chameleon. Almost kill the Chameleon at least. But we're up by quite a bit. There's a Cat Witcher.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
To hover this, maybe he'll armor it instead. He did? Right, we kill the Chameleon then. So we ping the Chameleon. Chameleon's the key card here. We do win the round, which is what we wanted. Now our siege is going to be less good because we used our 2 cards there. But we still have Caro Ballistas. So if we draw either Henselt or... Okay, if we draw Henselt or siege, we can push with it. Question's how good is that plan? And does Knight Errant work in that round? I don't think we want Maiden... I don't think we want this. We have 2 Knight Errants. This works well with Knight Errant. Then we have 1 redraw. Do we really want a Squire? Like, we could open Squire. I think we'd rather have a different card, though. Okay, that's a good one. It's a good card. We still have access to Henselt into that. Yeah, let's open with the Siege. He might have Heatwave or something. You never know. He does. That's fine. Now we just go for a bunch of setup. These Knight Errants aren't going to fit very well here.
I am one of a kind.
Then again, maybe he doesn't have an answer to Henselt. We'll have to see. Knight Errant's really going to have to be next to Henselt to work. We got Waters and Scenario and Leader. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's really good. I don't think we can win the round here, but I think shorter round favors us because of Ansace. I think so. We need this to get to 9. It's going to be kind of difficult to get that to 9. But we can go with this first. This will be boosted. There's a Chameleon. Can't kill that, which is unfortunate. But I think we do play a Knight Errant here. We can trigger its Grace if we want to. I might just bleed all the cards out if possible. Question is, can we actually get 15 points here? We get 15 points. We trigger Grace. This is a +5 if we trigger Grace. Well, it's +5. We can play it again. I think we want to force out his last card. The question is, can we? This is 2 damage. This is 3. Probably 4, 5. 8 puts us to 37. This is +5. It's 42. We can trigger this again, but then we lose it for round 3. I think we just hold off. We just hold off here. We got Waters, Leader, and Scenario. It's probably fine. I like we're going to 2-0 him. So having a +5 is really good in case we need to duel something with Onsace this round. He's going to have his one really tall card, but if we get an Onsace setup, I mean, we have to draw him first. Do we have any Siege Engines left? I don't think so, right? Okay, we'd really like to draw Prince Onsace. It would be really cool if we could draw Prince Onsace, guys. We do get him. Okay. We could probably do something here, then. Depends how good the rest of his hand is, but we can answer his big tall card. He should have some provisions left for at least 1 gold. Willow. Interesting. We'll click this. Play this guy. We can use his Grace to get shield on Onsace. Use his Grace to get shield on Onsace from our leader. His last card's either Poison or the tall one, and neither of those answers Onsace. So I think we just play him ranged. I think we just do this. To Barnabas. Alrighty then. So, I mean, we've got the Mad Charge. Let's go in here. We've got this. Trigger the Grace. It would give him a shield, but that shield's irrelevant here because he's going to get so big that we don't really need it. Now we can just kill something. That's GG. I think he overcommitted to our round 2 push after he heat waved. But GG. Imprisonment. Could be double Nilf card scenario. Would be interesting to see 4 scenarios in one game without some kind of shenanigans. Wouldn't be surprised by that one. So we want one of our own. We're going first. This is okay. Like, this hand's not amazing. We do want these in case we want to play Siege this round. Would we want to? It's back. What's our opener here? I think it's Squire with this.
Axe or mace?
He might lock it. If he doesn't lock it, we want out to tourney joust range. Yeah, there's the lock. Hardly a surprise, I must say. Let's go Redanian Knight then. With that, we try and set up a reinforced ballista. This is the point where we try to decide if we want to go for any kind of push this round. Blade does 3, then puts 3 boost onto the ballista. That's not terrible. Let's just play Redanian Knight.
Long live acceptance.
So he's gonna go ball. We could match with Siege, and do the other one later. Do we want to match with Siege? We have 2 reinforced ballistas to trigger it. No Henselt though. If we go Damsel in Distress, we would go Cintron. We'd have to do these guys. Do Vandergriff's Blade potentially. We just blade this. We do. Just kill it. Now we have a potential big boost on something. Should be good on Sace if we play something big like the Deacon or the Master of Ceremonies. He's running double scenario. There's another lock. Kind of want to play Siege here. But if we played Siege this turn, it's not great. I mean, we could always just pass. What if we just pass? He's down a scenario. We have 2 scenarios left. We didn't play anything committal here. Like, we did play Blade, but it's not terrible if we lose Blade. Yeah, let's just pass.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
And then we'll go into this round. He's probably running double scenario. Or full poison. Full poison's a lot scarier than 2 scenarios for us. We have to make sure we have a crew card in case we want to play Henselt. So we drew Siege. His hand's really good. Damsel in Distress isn't amazing here because we just had the 1 Grace. Put back Mad Charge. It's a Warfare though. I think we redraw it. Okay, that's a good card. Let's see what he wants to go with. I don't care about anything getting banished here. Let's play a Caro Ballista.
I pass on every 10th round.
We can play 2 Siege Engines before we're at the limit for our Siege triggering. So we can Henselt out the other Caro Ballista or the tower. Let's see what he's gonna do.
In the sky it will
It's a bit annoying.
death and destruction.
Not too bad, but a little annoying. Just let him have this card locked. It's not a big deal.
For the Queen!
It's not a big deal. That's locked. We still have 2 Knights, Reynard and Unsace. He's gonna pass here. Do we play a card? Does he have Knickers? No, Knickers would have come out already. Just in case.
For Redania! For its glory!
Just in case. Seen a lot of Knickers today. Probably would have come out already, but just in case. So we want, basically, we do not want our crew cards. We need one of these in our deck. We want Henselt, we want Maiden Shield. That's not amazing. Go back. That's a good one. So we have double scenario this round. That's going to be pretty good. Double scenario. That sounds scary. Double scenario. Now let's do this. We'll get out the Squire for some setup.
Long sword, back sword, arming sword, bastard sword.
He probably has the cultist stuff, right? I would imagine. Either that's just Philippe full poison. That's kind of scary. I'm hoping he plays stuff nice. I'm hoping he's played stuff ranged.
We enact the will of the cosmos.
Okay, so we have knights and we have siege stuff. Siege stuff's better first. Let's click this anyway. Play siege. And let's see how he does against 2 scenarios. I really want him to use his locks before we play Henselt. And then it gives us a Caro Ballista.
I'm an officer. I'm a gentleman.
We have a lot of damage here. He's going to have to do something. Two scenarios is really scary. So he's going to need to stop them somehow. That's one way. Now he still needs to do a lot to get rid of our cards, because we have a lot of removal in Siege. Okay, so that is one card we want to kill. He's probably going to need to leader here. If he doesn't leader, I think we kill everything. Yep. Yeah, he has to do this. Killing Felipe is really important. We don't have a good way to do it. Unsace is the best, but we don't want to do that quite yet. I think we just go to finish our siege here. We can kill that pretty easily with Unsace now, or even Sintra Knight. Rather kill a Sintra Knight. Then we fit in Henselt the turn after he dies, and that looks pretty good. I guess we just Unsace it.
Spin the wheel. Set the stage.
Yeah, we definitely Unsace that. We need him gone. Even if we're just using the melee 4 damage, it's important enough that he dies that we do this. Then we go Henselt next turn, and then we play our knight stuff. It's kind of hard weaving all these things into the same round, but we'll see if he can survive it. We really want to use these two scenarios in different rounds, but he's making us do them all in one. He's getting a lot of points from these cultist guys. A lot of points. A lot of points. And then we fit our Knight Errant to that ranged row. That's a good spot for him. Bunch of boosted cards there. Alright, so I think we get rid of this card. Guy really wants to be ranged, though. Knight Errant doesn't fit super well in that row. But he's going to kill something, I bet. So we'll slip him in here. Then we'll hit him with the Mad Charge, which is a Warfare. Get our cooldowns a little bit. Ping this guy again. And then we'll trigger our Grace here, which should give us even more points. Alright, so we want to kill something here. I think we'll go Reynard this time. Let's kill this. Let's trigger his Grace. This is at 5 still. Trigger his Grace. It's an invocation away our Reynard. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We'll ping this. Cincher Knight comes in, kills it. Fire a damage into this guy, I guess. Might as well trigger his grace here. Get more points. We're not going to get to this guy's grace, no matter what. So we'll fire a damage again. This guy's not going to do much, but we don't really have a choice here. And I think we'll just boost him anyway. And he needs another 39. I don't think he has it. Maybe Yurden. But no, because we got damage guys in that row too. Vincent isn't good enough. There's Vincent. That's going to be a GG. So that's the deck, guys. It's interesting, for sure. It's interesting. Scenarios are incredibly powerful. Without Stockpile, Henselt is a lot weaker because you can't finisher with him. Like, you can't use him as a finisher with the Stockpile charges. We don't have Cultists Pride, but I'm surprised how well the stuff in this synergized. And it was quite a bit of fun to run both scenarios in one deck, which is why I wanted to do it. So it was interesting. I think if you want to go for one or the other, it's probably stronger. But there is a surprising amount of synergy between all of this stuff, right? Your Siege needs Warfare cards. Mad Charge is a Warfare card that helps out quite a bit. The Knight stuff boosts and gives shields, especially the Knight Errant. That's really handy to put on stuff like Ballistas and Caraballistas. You can use Vandergrift's Blade and even the Squires to boost up your Siege engines. Although I'm pretty sure Squire is better used on a Knight, you can do it. It's not too bad. And you have other synergies as well, like Henselt, the Redanian Knights, and Reynard are all soldiers. They help you set up crew for your siege engines. It's a surprising amount of synergy, and it all worked out pretty well together. But like I said, when we were playing Wang ID, the drawing can be kind of a problem in the deck. We do have Ownermancy that thins us and finds our cards. We have the two Siege Masters. But really, a Cintran Envoy or two might be really good to slot in here. Maybe you don't want to cut out too many Knights because the Grace triggers for Damsel is really good. So I don't know where you'd fit them in. Or you could put in swap Tactical Advantage for the Cursed Scroll. Although I really like Advantage. The +5 super good on some of the Grace cards. So yeah, I like the deck. I think I'll play around with this before making some more changes to it. Get some more games in with it. But I wanted to share this one because I thought it'd be pretty fun to try out. Hopefully you guys are having fun with the new patch as well. There is one card I do want to fit in here, which is Heatwave. And probably not Vandergrift. I'm not sure about the Maiden Shield. We didn't play it enough. If you can boost it right away, it's not too bad. But our deck doesn't have a lot of synergies with him. We don't have a lot of synergies here other than the fact that this triggers 3 Graces. And that's so good for Damsel in Distress because it gives you 12 points if you've already got the Chapter 1. If you get the Chapter 1, I mean, it's 12 points. So that's really good with this. This is really good there. Like, you play this, and then you leader it +5. It goes to 9. It triggers its effect here. Yeah, it seems pretty good. But I think if you want, honestly, if you want the strongest deck, I think you go either Siege or Damsel in Distress. You don't combine them all, because you can make a stronger deck that way. Stockpile Siege, probably better than this. Like, I'm actually pretty sure Stockpile Siege is better than this. And I think it's better if you go Damsel Pure Knights without the Siege stuff. Maybe like the Reinforced Ballistas probably still go in to set up damage cards. But without the Siege, you can have more consistency cards. You can run stuff like Amphibious Assault, which triggers Grace by boosting the cards when you play them. So I think that's probably better. But I thought this would be a fun thing to try out and see how it did. And it did pretty well. There's a surprising amount of synergies, like I said. But yeah, I'm going to make some more changes to this one. Probably try out them individually, the Knights individually as well. This is just a thought I had. But until then, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more, and you can check out some more videos over here, and thanks for watching.